Reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antilila, 20th chapter, text number 32, text number 31. Ati daine punah mage dasya bhakti daan, apanare kare samsari jiva abhiman. In great humility, considering himself a conditioned soul of the material world, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again expressed his desire to be endowed with the service to the Lord. Apanare kare samsari jiva abhiman. Considering himself like one of the jivas of this material world, the Lord punah mage dasya bhakti daan. Please again, the Mahaprabhu said, please endow me with the service to you. So, the service to the Supreme Lord is not an ordinary thing. It's a great privilege to be able to get an opportunity to serve the Lord. Very amazing, very extraordinary associates serve the Lord in spiritual world. Like if you see in Vaikuntha, the Chakra, the Shankh, the Padma, all of them are personalities who are serving Him. Similarly in the Goloka, the Gopas and the Gopis and the parents and others, when we read about them, we come to understand how much tapasya they have performed to get the opportunity to serve the Lord. Devaki and Vasudeva ate dry leaves for 10,000 years, after which they got Krishna as their child, to see him, touch him, serve him. It's not an ordinary thing. Similarly, Sakam Vijakruk Kritapunya Punjaha. That verse also says that covered boys to dance and sing and play with Krishna on an equal level. They have done millions of years of bhakti and touched the Lord and inspired the Lord in such a way that Lord decided to take them as His personal associates. So, whether to be a servant or a friend or a parent or a lover of the Lord, it's not an ordinary qualification. So, the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt ati dainya, in great humility. Ati dainya punah mage dasya bhakti daan, apanare kare samsari jiva abhiman. Ayananda tanuja kinkaram patitam mam vishame bhavam buddho kripaya tava pada pankaja stita dhuli sadrisham vichintaya. Oh my Lord Krishna, son of Maharaj Nanda, I am your eternal servant, but because of my own fruitive acts, I have fallen into this horrible ocean of nescience. Now please be costlessly merciful to me. Consider me a particle of dust at your lotus feet. Tumara nityada samohi toma pasariya podiyachon bhavarnave maya baddhaya. I am your eternal servant, but I forgot your lordship. Now I have fallen into this ocean of nescience and have been conditioned by the external energy. So I am your eternal servant, supposed to be serving you in internal potency, but when I forget my relation with you and I turned away from you, I have fallen into this ocean of birth and death, and I have become conditioned by the Bahiranga Shakti. So the Bahiranga Shakti has two potencies, Avaranatmika Shakti and Prakshepatmika Shakti. Just like when people are going to a cinema theatre, they are the black, the darkness that envelops the whole hall, where only the exit doors you see the light, otherwise everything is pitch dark. So that is called Avaranatmika. Their eyes are covered and they can't see anything properly. And on the screen, illusion is projected, making them foolish, cry or laugh, simply seeing a beam of light on the screen, and that is Prakshepatmika Shakti, which is keeping them in illusion for 3-4 hours, emotionally reacting and responding to a illusory light on the screen. Similarly, all the living entities in this world, forgetting their original real life with Krishna, they have left the real life, they are leading a real life now in this world. They are living in this world, assuming, imagining different temporary relationships and crying and laughing and priding themselves with so many things So they are covered by the illusory potency, Durga's avaran of three gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas, and they are all suffering in illusion. So Mahaprabhu, portraying himself as a conditioned soul, is saying that I have become covered over, I have fallen into this ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up and accept me. Like that he is saying. Tomara nityadasa mohitam apasariya padiya chon bhavarnave maya baddhaya kripa kari kara more padadhuli sama tomara sevaka karon tomara sevana. Be causelessly merciful to me by giving me a place with a particle of dust at your lotus feet, so that I may engage in the service of your Lordship as your eternal servant. So Mahaprabhu said, I consider myself a dust in the in your lotus feet, which means I am very insignificant. So this is a very important state of consciousness required for any devotee to feel the dependence on the Lord, to reduce the self-importance. If you are going to give too much self-importance, we become I-conscious, I-me, mine conscious. We have like a humbug. We have a very high estimation of ourselves. Then we expect everybody should do this for me, that for me. Everybody should be at my beck and call and everything should revolve around me and things like that. But when one thinks I am a dust particle below the Lord's lotus feet, then one thinks I am insignificant, and naturally you think I don't deserve any big expectation from others. That can be reduced. So, and also recognizing my real state in relation to Lord as a tiny servant, I can see that many other millions of servants are serving Him. And I am also one of them. Considering myself like that, then we can reduce that foolish self-importance which arises from ego-driven mindset. When that is, then one can chant holy name, keeping Lord in the center of one's heart. Therefore he said, Kripa kari kara mara pada duli sama tomara sevaka karan tomara sevana punaha ati utkantha dainya haila udgama Krishna thai mage prema nama sankirtana. Natural humility and eagerness then awoke in Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He prayed to Krishna to be able to chant the Mahamantra in ecstatic love. So, in this way, this point is so much stressed by Srila Prabhupada in his preaching in the West. If any man claims himself to be God, he is dog. Prabhupada would say that. What to speak of claiming to be God? One is so insignificant. We have no power to control SARS virus or coronavirus also. A tiny creature you can't see with your eyes can go into your system and create a trouble. So, there was one lion living in the forest who was very proud of being the king. He was boasting about himself when all the animals were surrounding him. So suddenly one mosquito entered into his ears. It went and started making sound. So the lion got so disturbed. He was rolling on the ground, jumping up and down, hitting his head on the tree and roaring. And the mosquito flew off from there. When all the animals laughed, what kind of control you have? You can't control a small tiny mosquito and you think you are a very big king. So we have to recognize our insignificant position and approach the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So jnanis who think themselves as liberated and God, they fall down. Aruhya kritrena param padam tataha patanti yadu anadra dishmadangre. On the other hand, the bhaktas who recognize their true position as servant of the God are escorted by the Lord, Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam, and then taken back home, back to Godhead, to remain in eternal service to the Lord. Therefore Mahaprabhu taught this mood in the Shikshashtakam. So this is the right conception. Right consciousness is Lord is the enjoyer. Right conception is I am only servant. Harinam Prabhu ki. Let's offer our humble obeisances and to all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord, who are just like desert trees, ocean of mercy, full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha ananta koti vaishnava vrindaki Vaishnava Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki